Hello everyone, welcome to Greater Noble Height family. How to grow your ministry is our topic today. It is evidential today that churches are growing all over the world, but there are some factors that are affecting the growth of a church. To start with, if you are a pastor, if you are a bishop, if you are an evangelist, if your brother owns a ministry, if your brother or sister owns a church, this video is for them. Now that you have established your ministry, how can you sustain the ministry? That is what we are going to discuss today. Number one, if you are a pastor that owns a ministry or a church and you want your church to grow to a greater height, this video is for you. One, make sure that you are a working class. If you are a full-time pastor, please make sure that you are a working class. Why I am saying this is that there are many happening in the society today as a result of some pastors not being engaged or not having other sources of income. Firstly, if you are a full-time pastor and you are not working, you cannot take proper care of your children. Considering the inflation in the society, high rate of school fees and rent, cost of transportation, if you are a full-time pastor and you are not working, you cannot meet up to your family demand, and this will affect your ministry as a man of God. In today's economy, the world is changing very fast. As a pastor, if you are not working, you will be left behind because the harsh global economy is affecting your members. So when your members don't have work to do, how will they sponsor the ministry? When your members are not working and their salaries are being delayed, when your members are laid off as a result of economic meltdown, how will they sponsor the work of God in the church? That is why it's good for you as a pastor to engage yourself by seeking for employment. I'm not saying you should leave your ministry. There are plenty jobs today in the labor market that when you gain that employment, you can easily work from your home. So as a pastor, if you are a full-time pastor, there are many skills that you can acquire. You can do a top-up courses, basic courses, certification courses that you can do to enhance your CV if you want to grow your ministry. If you want to earn respect as a pastor from your members, if you want to support the ministry financially, if you want to support your family, if you want to support your children's school fees as a pastor, you must cultivate the habit of alternative income. Stop relying on your members. Stop relying on the church salary. You have to be creative and seek for alternative means of getting money. To start with, your children, they are schooling. Some of them are in private schools, public schools, and don't forget that your children, they will go to university. So if you are not working, if you don't have alternative source of income, how will you train your children? So as a pastor, it is very important that you work. Why I am saying this is that when you are working as a pastor, you have that work orientation, and that will also inform your preaching in the church. Because in the world today, Christianity as a religion is being criticized by non-believers that we have more churches than companies. Yes, we have been able to be pushing, propagating the word of God to the whole world, which is part of the Great Commission, the assignment given by God to his disciples, that we should take the gospel to the whole world. Yes, we are doing that. While doing that, as a pastor, you should also have business skill, because if you are not working, you cannot teach your workers, you cannot teach your members about work. If you are a full-time pastor, you cannot teach your members the importance of work. Nobody is criticizing about divine intervention, but let us step it down to practicality. If you are working as a pastor, you will teach your members about work, what to do to secure job, because you got the experience. Experience, they say, is the greatest teacher, because these your members, if they are not working, they cannot support the ministry. That is why it's good for you as a pastor to engage yourself, because Bible said in 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 10, He that refused to work should not eat. That is what St. Paul said, that any person that refused to work should not eat. So tell me now, if you as a pastor, you are not working, how will you eat? Even when you are eating from the members, you will not eat fat. Your children will not eat fat. So that is why, as a pastor, please go and secure job that will sustain your family financially, because one, you have extended family that you need to respond to, you need to take care of them. You have parents, your in-laws, you have them, you will take care of them. You have brothers, you have your wife, you have your children, you have your wife parents, you have your wife brothers and sisters that you need to take care of them. You also have your immediate family that you need to take care of them. So relying on your members, relying on one source of income will not help you as a pastor. If you want your ministry to grow, please go back to the drawing board and seek alternative source of income. There are many churches today that have branches all over the world. How can you grow those ministries? When you are working as a pastor, your antenna will be sharpened. You will raise businessmen in your church. You will raise politicians in your church because you have that business and work idea. If you are not working as a pastor, your teaching will only center on delayed gratification. Your church is not the only church in the community. We have upcoming churches, other branches. So if you are not innovative as a pastor, new entrants, new churches will come in and sweep all your members with new strategies. You have to pay attention to this. If you want to sustain your ministry, if you want your ministry to grow, first of all, as a pastor, you must grow yourself by seeking alternative source of income. Educate your members to go and work. You must teach them business ideas, because when they are doing well in their business, they will have money to pay. They will have money to sponsor the work of God. If you, as a pastor, you don't have, your member don't have, who is going to sponsor the work of God? That is why it's good for you as a pastor, go back to your drawing board and seek alternative source of income. You will be wondering why your members leaving your church. They are leaving your church because what the society demands, you are not offering it. The society is changing very fast. So you as a pastor, you have to change and join them. If you are not changing as a general overseer, if your pastors are not working, if your pastors don't have alternative source of income, they will not be able to match other pastors in the society. When you see some pastor driving big cars, when you see some pastor driving latest cars, you don't know what they have done, the sacrifices that they have paid. Some pastors are sponsoring students to the international schools to do their first degree, second degree, masters and PhD. That is why they are growing more than your church. And mind you that what the society need today is testimony. So you as a pastor, as a general overseer, don't sit at the headquarters and watch all these things to happen. Educate your members, educate your pastors, alternative source of income. They should go and work. There are many churches today that are losing their members on daily basis to innovative ministries. If your pastors are not working, they will not teach your members business strategies. I wish you well in your ministry. See you in our next video.